be proud and you say, they just like to follow me. We are the ones reigning here. No, sir. That's temptation spirits. When you see the spirit of immorality coming around you, when you see temptations from the opposite sex, it must make you to know, I have a vision for my life. I have a place I am going. Joseph said to himself, I will not die in this Potiphar's house. God has told me I will arrive at the palace. I will not die here. He said to Madam Potiphar, he said, no. I cannot commit this great evil against the Lord and against my master. As young people, God is going to pass us through this Potiphar's house. Because of the future, because of the palace that God is thinking about. This is how to win the divine approval. Now, my time is up and I need to pray now. So I will not look at the rest again. I trust that God will help us. But I will just speak one or two statements in each place. The prison is the place to develop. The place to develop spiritual gifts. The place to develop skills. I don't have time to talk in detail about it again. But you discover that for Joseph, in the prison was where he developed the skills. That's where he developed leadership ability. That's where he developed ability to interpret dreams, is in the prison. And then finally, the palace is where you now step into the purpose of God for your life. That's where the vision that you saw, the dream that you saw, is where you now enter practically into it. So there is a space for training of gifts, but it doesn't come until you have passed through first the parlor, where God gives you a dream, then the pit, where God strips you, then Potiphar's house, where God trains you, and he allows the devil to tempt you. And when you pass, you now go to the prison, where you develop spiritual gifts, develop the shepherd heart. Moses now began to tend his father's sheep and develop the shepherd heart, develop the caring heart, develop the heart of a father, develop leadership skills, develop spiritual gifts that will be useful in the palace that God is speaking to you about. And then from there, eventually you will step into God's purpose for your life. Let me round up by returning to Matthew chapter 4. Matthew chapter 4, verse 18 to 19. The only way by which you will win God's divine approval is to submit yourself to this training process, to this following process, to this making process that God has spoken about. And so Matthew chapter 4, verse 18. Jesus was walking by the Sea of Galilee, and he saw two brethren, Peter and Andrew his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. And Jesus said to them, follow me, and I will make you fishers of men. The reason why God has come to you and to me in this way is because he is passing by and he is asking, who is he that wants to follow me for me to make him? Who is she that has listened to all of this and is ready to submit herself to that process of making? The only way by which you will justify all of this is that you will determine in your heart, silently in your heart, that I'm going to submit myself to this. Several years ago, someone like me made this kind of a decision. I knew that even the fact that I was a pastor's child was not enough to guarantee that I will enter into that future. I needed to take my own individual place behind Jesus, following him and submitting myself so that he can make me. I had to do the same thing. And Jesus is giving us an opportunity this evening. Who is he that we submit to him and say, I will follow Jesus? Now, I'm not talking about those that want to give their lives to Christ. I know that you have given your life to Christ. This evening is a call to following Jesus in this deliberate way. It's a call to say, Jesus, I will follow you. Please make me what you have in your mind. I will follow you. Please drop in my heart that dream that you have for me. Can you please bow down your heads and let us pray tonight? Please bow down your head and talk to God. Holy Ghost, do it again. Do it again in my life. Open my eyes to see Jesus seated upon the throne.